Your brain is wired for the rat race, but you can transform it. You're working harder than ever, yet others succeed with less effort. But even with the skills I developed defending my PhD in astrophysics at 25 years old, I used to feel that knot in my stomach every time I checked my bank account. Gurus say manifest abundance, but they ignore the Torah's source code. By the end of this video, you're going to learn tools to improve your anxiety that I've discovered when analyzing scholarly Torah sources through a scientific lens. And the key to everything is that small yellow butterfly in the thumbnail. I'm Dr. Yosef Wolf, and my mission is to guide seekers of truth toward tranquility by revealing how the physical is rooted in the spiritual. You know that exhaustion where you grind for 12 hours, check emails at midnight, and feel like you're on a treadmill faster than your legs? You see others gliding right past you. The worst part? You did the math. You put in the inputs. Where is the output? I lived that nightmare, and that's when I discovered the rounding error. 1961, meteorologist Edward Lorenz. He's exhausted, running a weather simulation on a room-sized computer that hums like a mechanical heart. He wants to recheck a sequence, so he types in 0.506 instead of 0.506127. What's the difference, he thinks? He goes to head home for the weekend. When he comes back Monday morning, the screen stops him cold. The numbers on that screen, they weren't just wrong, they were unrecognizable. That tiny decibel point had transformed a sunny forecast into a violent tornado 2 months later. This will later be called the butterfly effect. A butterfly flapping its wings in Israel can cause a blizzard in New York. But I didn't yet understand why. At the quantum level, you cannot measure position and momentum with perfect precision. From subatomic particles to your bank account, this pattern operates at every scale. Precision in initial conditions determines everything. That butterfly in the thumbnail? That's only half the story. The real question is, what can your mind create? The reason I'm telling you this is because what hit me? This wasn't new. 3,000 years before Lorenz, the Torah encoded this exact principle. A person's internal state, their Bitachon, their trust, doesn't just reflect reality, it actively shapes it. So, what if you're the one programming it? And here's why this matters. Every moment you stay in fear mode, you're programming more chaos. Your anxiety is actively creating the reality that you're trying to avoid. If you want to be the first to receive exclusive inspirational insights that are going into my new Torah and Science book, remember to sign up for my free newsletter. The link is in the pinned comment under the subscribe button. Okay, here are the 3 clues you need to fix this glitch. Clue number 1. The glitch in the hero. Moshe had just defended a Hebrew slave and killed an Egyptian oppressor. The next day, he sees 2 Jewish men fighting and tries to intervene. One of them turns on him with contempt. Do you intend to kill me like you killed the Egyptian? Stop. The secret you thought was buried? Weaponized. Against you. By the very same family members you're trying to save. The Torah gives us one phrase, Vayira Moshe. Moshe became frightened. Not cautious, frightened. That knot in your stomach? Moshe had it too. And here's the sequence you need to catch. Immediately after that fear, Pharaoh sought to kill Moshe. Fear first, threat second. Most people think Pharaoh's pursuit caused Moshe's fear. But what if we have it backwards? The Lubavitcher Rebbe says exactly this. Pharaoh sought to kill him because Moshe first fled psychologically. Vayira Moshe wasn't just an emotion, it was a corrupted input. Just like Lorenz entering 0.506 instead of 0.506127, Moshe's moment of fear was the initial condition that the spiritual system amplified into a death sentence. So, if a spiritual giant like Moshe could crash the system with a single moment of fear, what's happening every time you worry when you check your bank account? You're about to discover the override code, and when you see it, your entire life will fundamentally realign. Clue number 2, the impossible reach. Remember that butterfly? We've seen how it creates chaos. Pharaoh issues his decree. All Jewish boys must be drowned. Batya, Pharaoh's daughter, is walking along the Nile. She sees a basket floating in the reeds. The Talmud records it was roughly 100 feet away. Physically impossible. Her handmaidens whisper, "Princess, don't. You'll look foolish." The Ma'am Loez explains that Baya exerted effort despite the impossibility. She reached out anyway, her arm miraculously extended. Now we have two pieces: chaos from fear, salvation from trust. But there's still one problem you need to understand. Clue number 3, the precision point. How precise does this have to be? Could you be 95% trusting and still get the miracle? Lorenz's error was 0.025%. Negligible, right? But in a nonlinear system, there's no such thing as close enough. And here is the convergence. Lorenz discovered what he called chaos theory. Infinitesimal changes in initial conditions create radically different outcomes. The same pattern at every single scale. Moshe's fear created danger. Baya's trust created salvation. The initial condition determines everything, but what science couldn't see is that we don't need to measure the present perfectly. We create it. Bitachon is reliance, not passive hope, but active certainty. The Tzemach Tzedek taught, Tracht gut vet zein gut. Think good and it will be good. But this isn't merely positive psychology, it's cosmic mechanics. When you stand before impossibility and choose to reach with absolute certainty, you execute the Batia protocol. Probability gets overridden. And that baby she saved? Moshe would become the redeemer of 3,400 years of Jewish history. 120 million Jews from one impossible reach. Here are the 3 precision points to transform your mindset. First, name your 0.506 moment. Where in your life are you letting fear be in control? Second, shift the code. Bitachon isn't passive waiting, it's Batia reaching. You still do the work, but you've shifted from I hope to God will make this work. Third, each moment that you calibrate from fear to trust, you rewrite your life's forecast. I used to be terrified to admit my fears. I thought if I spoke them out loud, I'd make them real. So I have a challenge for you. Comment below with one area where you're currently entering 0.506. If you hesitate to do something this small, how likely are you to evoke true change? This isn't just about the channel, it's about whether you can take an actual step. And it's the closest, easiest action you can do right now. The Lubavitcher Rebbe paraphrased ethics of our fathers, Hamaiser hu ha'ikar. Study is not the main thing, rather action is. And the Rambam taught that character transforms through action, not thought. Too intimidated to comment below? So just click like or subscribe, and you'll see how this one small action can become the butterfly effect that leads to greater change in your life. By identifying this fear, you stop being its victim. You become your own life's editor. That knot in your stomach is not a signal to work harder. It's a signal to recalibrate to absolute reliance in God. And that butterfly I showed you at the beginning, now you understand. It's the mechanism showing how one moment of trust can bring the ultimate redemption. The hardest work isn't in your hands. It's the precision of your mind compelling reality toward Geula. To learn other life-changing insights that reveal the inner unity between the physical and the spiritual, click here for the full playlist. And to watch how I shatter the illusion of the science versus religion debate, click here. If you'd like to sponsor or dedicate one of these classes, click on the link in the description. Thank you for partnering with me as we build this tranquil perspective together.